Hi, today we're going to start in our seated position with a focus on our breath. So if everybody can please lighten your gaze, maybe even close your eyes, and start to focus on your breath. Now we're not going to go through a process of clearing our mind or anything like that. I just want you to focus on the inhale and exhale of your breath. You're not going to change it right now. We're just going to start to listen to it. And as you're listening to your breath, I want you to start to find its rhythm. Start to notice how with your inhale, your chest rises, and with your exhale, your chest lowers. You can even place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly if that helps you. And we're going to start to lengthen that breath, taking it out longer, stretching it out just a few more seconds than it was before. And then exhaling for that same amount of time. And as we stay with that rhythm, I want you to start to take that breath out, in and out through your nose. Starting to cleanse the nasal passages with each inhale. And emptying all the air back out with each exhale. Releasing any tension your body may be holding. Preparing yourself for your practice today. As we go through our practice today, we're going to be using that breath. Using it as our guide as we go through the movements. Now always remember to use your breath as your guide. If that means you need to slow down or speed up, do so as your body is telling you. If at any time you need to catch your breath again, or you've lost focus, you can always go back to child's pose or down dog, recenter yourself, and then join us again. One more big breath in. Exhale it out. And then move to your hands and knees. We're going to come into our cat and cow poses. And as we do this, we want to inhale as we lift our chin up, lowering our belly down. And exhale as we compress everything in, pulling our spine up towards the sky. We're again going to be moving with our breath. Taking that time for that inhale and exhale to guide our movements. As we come back to center, I want you to take your knees out wide, toes together, and sink back into your child's pose. Stretch your belly out on your mat, reaching above your head with your arms, sinking your hips back towards your heels. Focusing on that breath again, allowing yourself this moment to center before we get started. One more big inhale here. As you exhale, push yourself up into your down dog. Now this being our first down dog today, we're going to take a second to pedal our feet, walking our dog, allowing our calves to stretch out slightly, preparing ourselves to be in this position. We're pressing our chest down towards our mat, lifting our hips up high. And then start to sink your heels back down towards your mat. So we're sinking down towards our mat. They don't have to touch our mat. We're just pressing down towards our mat. For 3 more breaths. Breathe, inhale. On your exhale, walk your feet all the way up to your hands. We're going to come into ragdoll. So take a good bend in your knees. Bring your chest in towards your legs. You can take a hold of your opposite elbows. Or just let your body hang towards the floor. your spine lengthening, the back of your legs lengthening out, preparing yourself for the work. Dropping our hands down to the mat. I want you to roll your vertebrae one vertebrae at a time, all the way up to standing into our mountain pose. Roll your shoulders back, opening up your arms, opening up your chest. Find a focal point in front of you. This will be your focal point for your practice today. Recenter, find that breath. Big inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. And fold. Reach your arms up, sweep up, and bring your hands down to your heart. As we continue on now, we're going to be moving into our sun salutations. Remember again that you can always take it at your own pace, and also that you can slow it down to take it to your knees for the vinyasa, or maybe just push back to down dog. Take an inhale up, and fold. Halfway lift, high plank. Pause here for just a minute, finding your good solid high plank, pulling up through the belly. We're going to take a big inhale. On our exhale, we're going to roll forward slightly and lower down to low plank. Lower your knees down to the ground, pressing yourself up into cobra. Curl your toes and press back to down dog. Big inhale. Exhale, walk the steps in front of the mat. Halfway lift and fold. Reach your arms up to the sky and fold. Halfway lift, high plank, low plank, cobra or up dog, and back to down dog. Walk your feet to your hands, halfway lift and fold. Reach your arms up to the sky and fold. Halfway lift, high plank to low plank, low through to your down dog. Walk to the front of your mat, halfway lift and fold. Reach your arms up and fold. Halfway lift, flow all the way through to your down dog. Remembering to listen to your body and following the practice that is best for you. Taking 2 more breaths here. On your next exhale, walk your feet to the front of your mat. Halfway lift and fold. Rise into your chair. Pull your arms up. Sink your hips back. Find that focal point in front of you. And fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Low plank. Up dog. Down dog. Bring your right foot forward, and we're going to bring it up into warrior 1. Sink back into that back leg. Press that back knife edge of your foot into the floor. Lift up with your chest and try to pull your right hip back in space with your left. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears. Big inhale here. Exhale, hands down to the mat. High plank to low. Up to down dog. Left leg raises. Warrior 1 on the other side. High plank. Low through to your down dog. Take 3 breaths here. Walk to the front of your mat. Halfway lift and fold. Rise up into your chair and fold. Halfway lift. Flow through to down dog. Remember, we're going straight into warrior one on the right side. Right leg comes forward. Warrior one. Flow back down. Flow through to down dog. And strike to the left side. And back to down dog. Catch your breath. Refocus if you need to. Step back to the front. Halfway lift and fold. Rise up into your chair and fold. Halfway lift, high plank. Low down into your plank. Dog. Straight into warrior one on the right side. All the way through to warrior one on the left side. Stand the right leg up behind you. Stack your hips and drop your knee back behind you, opening up through the hips. Now, flip dog is part of your practice. Feel free to flip right here. Otherwise, we're just going to stay right here. I'm going to stay right here with you guys today. If you flip, go ahead and return. Raise your right leg back behind you. Bring it forward, coming up into crescent lunge. Lift the back heel up off the mat, bringing it up over your toes. Sink it to the front knee just a little further. Open up into warrior two. Keep that bend in that front knee, pulling that front knee out towards the outside of your mat. Dropping the back arm, reverse warrior. Coming back to warrior two, we're coming into side angle. Press forward and extend over, open to the opposite side. Bringing that right hand down towards the right foot, right shin, or that arm down to the right knee. High plank, flow through to your down dog. Left leg extends back, stacking the hips and dropping that foot back behind. Once again, if you flipped on the other side, feel free to flip here, or stay right here with me. Return from your flip, send your right and left leg back behind you. Bring it through for crescent lunge on the left side. Open up into warrior two. Right hand drops back, left hand raises reverse warrior. Sink into that front knee. Coming back to warrior two. Reaching forward, side angle. Look up towards that top hand if possible. Legs through the spine. High plank. Flow through to down dog. Send the right leg back behind you. Bring it forward for warrior one. Open up into warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Extend forward. And bring your hand down to your front foot. Look up towards that top hand. Bring yourself back up to standing. We're going to turn both feet towards the side wall. Bring our hands towards our hip. We're going to go into a wide-legged fold. Flat back first. So bend over into a flat back. And then lower your hands to the ground, walking yourself closer to those legs. Now if your head is really close to the ground here, and you've got either a tripod or a headstand for this position, this would be the time to do it. Everybody else, we're just going to stay here. Bring our focus back to our breath. Start to recover out of your headstand or forearm stand. We're going to start to walk our feet in towards our hands, coming into a low squat. Bring your chest up. Pressing into your heels, bring yourself all the way up. Bring your arms out. We're going to come into goddess. Sinking back into that wide squat. Pulling the shoulder blades back together. Big inhale out. Pivot to the front, sink into crescent lunge. Hands to the mat, flow back to the down dog. Left leg extends up, bring it forward for warrior one. Open up into warrior two. Press back with the front leg, extending it, then press forward with the body, hinging at the hips, bringing that right arm down, left arm down towards your foot, right arm up toward the sky. Lengthen through the spine. All the way back up to standing, both feet towards the side. Hands on the hip, and bend forward. Into a forward fold. Releasing your hands down to your mat. Once again, if you need a second here in headstand or forearm stand, now is the time. And as you start to recover from that, we're going to start to bring our feet in, coming back into that low squat. Pressing down through the heels, rising up, sinking down into goddess. Back to crescent lunge. Hands back down to your mat. Slow down to down dog. Right leg extends behind you. Bring it forward for crescent lunge. Now we're going to be moving into some of our balance moves now. And as we press into our front foot, we're going to start to float that back foot up behind us, coming into warrior three. Keeping our hips facing down towards the ground, extending our hands up towards the ceiling. Up towards the front of your mat. Bring our hands down to our mats, coming into standing splits. Bring our left leg down to meet our front. We're going to take a hold of our first two fingers around our big toes and pull our chest down towards our legs. Halfway lift, high plank, flow down to your down dog. Left leg extends back, crescent lunge on the left side. Press into the left foot as the right foot floats up behind you. Extending from fingertips to heel, pulling your body two different directions. And bring your hands down to your mat, coming into the standing splits. Bring your right hand down to the mat. We're going to lift up our toes and walk our hands underneath our feet. Coming to step on our hands. As we release our hands down, we're going to reach up to the sky, reach up. Reach back here and bring our hands down to our heart. Take 2 short breaths here. Find your focus and start to bring your right foot up off your ground, coming into your tree pose. Now remember, as we do our tree pose, that we can have our foot down at our ankle, up at our calf, up at our thigh, or maybe even crossed our thigh. We want to make sure not to press it into our kneecap. We're pressing opposite pressure from our right leg into our left leg and our left leg into our right leg, bringing everything into center, everything into focus, hands included. So if we're doing that at our kneecap, we can cause damage we don't want to do. As you find your balance, find your drishti, you can open your tree up into whatever that expression is for you today. Even if you're a tree waving in the wind, accept it as what it is today. And remember that yoga is a practice, not a perfection. Each day will be different. Each day is a gift. As we bring our hands back down to center, foot down, bring big inhale up, reach back, bringing our hands back down to our heart. Take a second again to get recentered and move into the left side. You want to try, of course, to do whatever you did on the other side, but you may find an imbalance. Accept any imbalance your body might have as a challenge, not as defeat. Move into your expression for the day. Maybe even take your gaze up. And your hands back down to our heart. Foot returns to the ground. Big inhale up. And fold. Halfway lift. Flow back to your down dog. Right leg lifts behind. Warrior one. Open up into your warrior two. Reverse warrior. And flow back down to your down dog. Right leg lifts, left leg lifts behind. Warrior one. Open up into your warrior two. Reverse warrior. Flow back down to your down dog. We're going to walk our feet underneath us, bringing them into a seated position, curling them underneath you. We're going to flip onto our back. coming up into our boat pose. Now everybody's boat pose is going to look a little different. What we're trying to do is find that balance spot with our spine long, whether you're holding onto your legs or you have your arms extended, maybe you even have your legs extended. Find what works best for you today. Find that drishti, that focus point. Take your deep breaths and hold. Slowly lower your legs to the ground. Extend your legs out in front of you. Big inhale, up and forward fold. Take a second to drop your head towards your chest, towards your legs. Shake it yes, shake it no. Let that tension go. For a big inhale, raise back up. Taking your hands back down by your side and coming again into your boat. Lowering your legs again, extending them out in front of you. Reach up high and reach out over your legs. Forward fold. As we roll ourselves all the way up, we're going to come all the way down onto our back now. Setting up for a bridge pose. We're going to take a second here to place our feet about hip distance apart. And we're going to keep our drishti up towards the sky on this one. Placing our hands next to us, we're going to take a big inhale. As we lift our hips up towards the sky, maybe walking your shoulders underneath, maybe coming into a clasp underneath, we're pressing our hips up towards the sky. Pressing down into our heels, down into our toes. Pulling our bones and tummy in towards the center. Two more breaths here. And slowly lower yourself back down to your mat. We're going to take our feet to the outsides of our mat and knock our knees in towards the center, giving our spine a second to reset. And as we set up for a second time here, we're going to bring our feet back to our hips. Big inhale and lift. Hold it for 5 breaths. Slowly lower it back down to your mat, walking your feet back out to the sides of your mat and knocking your knees back into the center. We're going to perform this one more time. This time you have an option to go into wheel if you know what that is and it's part of your practice. Feel free to extend into that as we go into our bridge. I'm going to stay in bridge today. Bring your feet back to the mat, lifting our hips up. Maybe try to lift just a little bit further than you have before. Or move into wheel. And slowly lower back down to the ground. Start to windshield wiper your knees side to side. Bring your knees into your chest. Gently rock yourself forward and back. Bring yourself all the way up to a seated position. Cross your legs and bring yourself all the way over onto your chest. Setting up for bow. We're going to bring our head towards our mat. Arms to our side. And on a big inhale, we're going to lift our head up. Pulling our arms back towards our feet. Lifting our feet up off the ground. With each inhale, lift just a little higher. Last inhale. On your exhale, bring your right cheek to your mat. Bring your head back to the front. Big inhale and lift. And bring your left cheek to your mat. We're going to perform this one more time. You can stay in locust, or you can continue on to bow with me. So as we bring our forehead back to the mat, we're going to take a hold of our back of our feet, bringing them in towards our body. And on our big inhale, we're still going to lift up, but this time creating tension between our feet and our arms, stretching out our body, fully extending it up. And gently lowering it all the way back down. And your feet back to your mat once again. Placing your hands up by your chest, press back into your child's pose. Curl your toes back under and rise up into your down dog. Extend your right leg back behind you and bring it forward for pigeon. We're going to start with an active pigeon with our back toes curled under, finding a center for those hips, finding that chest high, sinking down through the hips. And once you've found that center for your hips, then lower your leg down and start to fold forward. Bring your head down to your hands, down to your mat. Wherever you find some rest, just take a moment here to appreciate the work you've done so far. And as we lift ourselves back up, pressing back into our hands, stepping back to our down dog. Extending our left leg back behind us, bringing it forward for pigeon on this side. Again, starting with that active pigeon first. And then lowering that leg and starting to fold forward. As we start to walk ourselves back up, we're going to bring both legs around to the front. This time we're going to take them out. One foot in, left foot in, right foot extended. We're going to take it first towards that bent knee. Pressing this back hip down towards the ground. We're going to walk our hands forward, coming out over that front knee, keeping that back hip on the ground. And then bringing ourselves back up, taking a big inhale, we're going to fold over that extended leg. Bringing ourselves back up, we're going to switch to the other side, extending the left leg, bringing the right foot in towards the hip, turning towards the right leg, and folding forward, keeping that back hip down on the mat. back up. Big inhale up and fold over the extended leg. As we bring it all the way back up, we're going to roll back down onto our back to come into our inversion. So today, I'm going to bring my feet up, straight up, pressing my toes down towards myself, closing my gaze, and allowing my feet to float up here as the blood flows back down to my body. You could also take a belt around the bottom of your feet to help support them up, or even take your legs up a wall. From here, if you are more practiced and have it as part of your practice, you can go into shoulder stand or even plow. Just taking a few moments in inversion to allow the blood to begin that recirculation into your body. If you moved into plow or shoulder stand, start to bring yourself back down to waterfall. And then start to bring your feet in towards your waist, grabbing a hold of those big toes. You're going to come into happy baby. A happy baby is a playful area, whether it's rocking side to side, maybe you extend one leg and then the other, whatever feels good in your body, that is what you do in happy baby. And bringing our feet down towards our mat, knees out wide. Start to settle that spine down. You may extend your arms here, feel stretch and freedom there, or you may keep your hands down by your side. Listen to your body and do what's right for you. As we bring our knees back up, we're going to take our knees over to the right side. Taking our gaze out over the left. Coming into that twist. You may even need to extend your legs here to feel a little bit deeper stretch. Once again, listen to what your body tells you you need. This is your time to get ready for Savasana. Bringing your knees back to center, taking your gaze out over the other side and just twist to the other side. Back to center. I want you to start to move through any other movements your body needs before you can find rest. Maybe it's rolling like a ball, take your legs up, holding it in, whatever it is that your body needs, feel free to go through those motions now. As we prepare for Savasana and our final rest. As everybody finds their way into those knees to the chest, we're going to squeeze in as tough as you can. Pulling your knees into our chest. Taking deep breaths. Holding that tension in. And then letting it all go. Releasing our legs down to our mat. Taking our arms out free. And I want you to start at the top of your head. Closing your eyes and starting to find that final rest. Find that Savasana. I want you to start to relax all the muscles of your body, starting at the top of your head. Moving down through your jaw, your cheeks, relaxing your throat, letting your shoulders lose all tension, all the way down to your fingertips. And as we move down to our chest, let your breath return to normal. I want you to keep your focus on it. I want you to notice your breath. See how your chest rises and falls, but don't manipulate it. Moving down through your hips, allowing them to rest on the ground. Letting your knees go, your ankles all the way down to your toes. Acknowledging the work that you've done today. Acknowledging the good you've done to your body. Acknowledging the accomplishments that your body has accomplished today. Notice any sticky points to work on in the future. And most of all, be thankful to be here, to be able to practice. With our Savasana coming to an end, feel free to stay in your Savasana as long as you need to. For those of you who want to start awakening, start to bring motion to your fingers and toes. Starting with small motions, moving to larger muscles. Maybe bring your feet to the ground and start to take your knees side to side. Maybe it's extending your legs and reaching your arms up overhead, coming into a full body stretch. And when you're ready, find your way to one side of your body, coming to rest with your knees in towards your chest, your head resting on your arms. For just another moment of quiet with you. Press your hands into the mat. Bring yourself all the way up to seated. Keeping your gaze closed. Bring your hands to rest on your thighs, on your knees. Take a couple of deep breaths with me. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Take your arms to your side and take a big inhale in. Bring your hands down to your chest. Thank you for taking these moments to practice with me today. I hope that it blesses your body and blesses your day as you go through. Join me again. My name is Melissa. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.